So in this video, we're going to be covering some of my favorite dry eye remedies that don't require any prescription medications or eye drops. So let's take a look. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dr. Joseph Allen from Dr. Eye Health. Thank you for joining us on this channel. You're going to find different educational videos all about the eyes, vision, as well as vision product reviews, just like this one. So if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Also, if you check out the show notes and the links in the description below, you'll find additional information about anything that we mention here, as well as some timestamps so that you can jump around and review your favorite parts of today's video. Also, I want to give a disclaimer that this video is not sponsored in any way. I have no financial interests in any of the companies that make the products that I'm reviewing here in this video. However, if you check out the show notes below and you click on any of those links, I may receive a commission, and that's going to help support this channel and make videos like this possible. So thank you for your support. Now, dry eyes is a very complicated topic, and there's no way that we're going to be able to cover all of dry eyes in just one quick video. However, treatments for dry eye can be very expensive. Whether you're using a prescription medication, those can cost $400 to $500 a month, and then there's some in-office treatments that can cost anywhere from $100 to $2,000 for a single treatment, and that doesn't even include any of the office visits just to see the doctor. So a lot of people are coming to me asking, hey, is there a way I can naturally kind of curb my symptoms, whether that's with a lifestyle change, or is there a product I can use that'll help improve my dry eye symptoms? So let's go over my 4 favorite ways to help with dry eye. So my first tip is to simply drink more water. And I know that sounds almost too simple, but the reality is that we just tend not to drink enough. As humans, we kind of confuse our feelings for hunger and thirst. So a lot of times you'll be snacking thinking, oh, I'm really hungry, but the reality is you might just be really thirsty. Maybe grabbing an extra glass or two of water is actually going to help not only your appetite, but it's going to help your symptoms of dry eyes. Additionally, we always tend to be drinking some sort of diuretic, whether it be coffee, tea, or soda drinks. These all tend to pull water out of our systems, and that can help increase your symptoms of dry eyes. And then on top of that, we all tend to be taking some type of medication, whether it be for high blood pressure, or if you're taking an oral antihistamine for allergies. These are notorious medications for causing dry eye. So perhaps just drinking an extra glass or two of water throughout the day will help you with your dry eyes. Now, tip number 2 is to blink more often. I know that sounds really simple as well, but the reality is that a lot of our lifestyles that we're living include digital devices. So we're all just about on our phone all day, or on some sort of a laptop screen or a computer screen, and when we're in front of these devices, we tend to be so focused we don't blink as much. And so on average, when we're walking around, we blink about 20 times a minute, but when we're focused on something like your phone or even a book, our blink rate drops to about 4.5 to 5 times a minute. That's a huge reduction in blink rate. And so when our eyes are left open and exposed to air longer, the tears will evaporate a lot faster, and that's going to cause those dry eye symptoms. So just by doing some blinking exercises throughout the day, by either closing your eyes completely 1, 2, and then maybe on the 3rd time holding your eyelids shut, that will help encourage you to not only blink more often, but then that's going to help encourage you to completely close your eye, and that's going to help coat your entire ocular surface in new tears. And the reality is a lot of us just don't completely blink. I myself, I am an incomplete blinker, and if you look closely enough throughout any of my videos, you'll notice that I don't completely close my eye when I'm blinking. I only close it about 70%, and that leaves this perfect dry area on the lower 1/3 of my cornea. So during my exams, my doctor will even say, hey, you have these dry spots on your cornea, and that's a significant sign of dry eye disease. So again, just blinking more often can often help. And my 3rd tip is to consider doing warm compresses with a Bruder eye mask. And warm compresses work because it helps with evaporative forms of dry eye. The evaporative form of dry eye often comes because we have issues with our oil glands. And our oil glands, called meibomian glands, are these little vertical glands that run on both top and bottom portions of our eyelids. And if you fold down your lower eyelid, you might be able to see them. These oil glands produce a very thin layer of oil that sits on top of your tears and prevents them from evaporating. So if these oil glands start to break down or become clogged up, whether that's through aging changes, genetic factors, or inflammation, then the oils can no longer run smoothly onto the surface of the eye, and our tears just evaporate within a matter of seconds. So by doing a warm compress, you can melt those oils and get it to start to run more smoothly onto the surface of the eye. And if you check out my oil glands, on one side the oil glands look great, but if you look on the other side, I actually have one of my glands blocked up right now. And I can actually show you this picture here from the clinic where you can see more distinctly that blocked up gland. And that means that I'm going to be doing these warm compresses tonight for sure. Now, one of the major pitfalls that people tend to fall into is that they try to use a warm washcloth. And warm washcloth doesn't work in this scenario. The washcloth will end up cooling off in just a matter of seconds, and that doesn't do anything for you. Really, you need heat supplied to the oil glands for at least around 10 minutes at a time, and that's going to give you the desired effect that you need. And this is where the Bruder eye mask comes in, because they designed it so that you can put it in the microwave, heat it up for 20 seconds, and it holds the perfect amount of heat to your eyelids, and it holds it for over 10 minutes at a time. So really, one of the best things you can do is after you heat it up, you close your eyes, you put it on, you can strap it to the back of your head, and you can just relax. You can sit there, and it's almost like a spa treatment. I personally like to meditate with the Bruder mask on, and while I'm doing that, I'm basically help treat my own dry eyes. And what I really love about the Bruder brand is that they're both reusable and washable. That means that you can use it 3, 4, 5 times a day if you wish. And if it ever gets dirty, whether it's from your oils from your skin getting onto the back of it or maybe makeup, you can just hand wash it, let it dry, and then keep using it. I think that's a really awesome value. I think that makes doing warm compresses one of the best natural dry eye treatments that doesn't require any prescription. Only caution I would give is that if you heat it up too much, and if you read the instructions, it says don't overheat it more than 30 seconds in the microwave, because if you heat it up too much, you could potentially burn your skin. Remember, the eyelids are very thin, so be careful about that. Now, tip number 4 is to consider taking a high-quality omega-3 supplement. And although there are many different nutrients out on the market that may benefit dry eyes, omega-3s certainly get the most attention, and that's because of its strong anti-inflammatory effects. The main 3 components of omega-3s are ALA, EPA, and DHA. ALA you get from mainly eating vegetables, different nuts and seeds, and then EPA and DHA you get from eating oily fish as the main source. ALA, the vegetable source, can convert into the EPA and DHA, but it's a very low efficiency. It's around like a 1% efficiency and just isn't enough to get a clinical benefit. And then EPA and DHA, when those 2 chemicals, those acids, come in contact with what's called cyclooxygenase, an enzyme, it creates prostaglandin 3. Prostaglandin 3, again, is that really potent anti-inflammatory, and that has been proven to be effective in treating both different types of arthritis as well as preventing Alzheimer's disease. Now, I personally use the PRN brand of omega-3 supplements. I find that they're a very high quality brand. They actually have a very high percentage of omega-3 versus the fish oil content of their capsules. I don't get any sort of fishy taste when I eat them. I don't get any burping. And they even include vitamin D in their formulation, so I don't need to take any additional supplements for vitamin D. Now, an extra pro tip is that when you're taking omega-3, whether it's the PRN brand or maybe an off brand or anything, make sure it says triglyceride form. Triglyceride form is going to be way superior than the ethyl ester form of omega-3s. Our bodies just don't absorb ethyl esters as well as triglycerides, so you'll actually get better absorption and you'll actually be getting a better bang for your buck, so to speak. Now, because you don't absorb ethyl esters as well, you actually end up having to take almost 2 to 3 times more servings of those omega-3s to equal just the single serving of a high-quality omega-3 like PRN. And although you don't need a prescription to take omega-3 supplements or any other multivitamin here in the United States because it's not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, you should consider consulting with your physician whether it's really good for you or not. If you're pregnant or nursing, or maybe you're allergic to these supplements, it could have negative effects, and I think it's best for you to consult with your doctor before taking any supplement. Alright, those are my 4 favorite ways to soothe dry eyes naturally. Hopefully you can use this video as an educational tool to help with your dry eye journey. So question of the day, what are some of the tricks that you're using to help manage your dry eye symptoms naturally without using medications? Go ahead and comment in the section below to let myself and all the other members of the Dr. Eye Health community know exactly what you're doing, what's working. Alright, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Otherwise, if you'd like to catch other cool videos from Dr. Eye Health, I'll hook you up with another one up over here and another one down over here. Again, this is Dr. Joseph Allen from Dr. Eye Health, bringing you the very best in tips and education all about the eyes and vision. Keep an eye on it. We'll talk to you soon.